Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to you all. Here we are with a very, very amazing person with us today, Mr. Gabriel. He's mentoring many people, and today, yet we are having a very important topic to talk about, where we have actually realized that there is a big gap between the university education and whatever industry is demanding from the students. Also, we have realized that the many students that we are producing today from the universities are not very much utilizable. Students that we are producing today from the universities are not very much utilizable at the industry. So I would just start the introduction to let us know that what he actually does, what his background is, and how he is actually connected with the topic. Mr. Gabriel, we welcome you to the awareness channel.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and good afternoon, Mr. Taimoor. Thank you for the initiative. It's a very great one. It's a very purposeful one, and I love it so much, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Yes, I have a background of a humble background, and I'm from Nigeria, a country in sub-Saharan Africa, and which is majorly affected by what we're going to be discussing today. So it's not just that my country is affected, I am personally affected by this, and we are actually in a perfect position to help young people to realize that beyond formal education, there are so many other things we can learn. Even in the course of formal education, we can learn a whole lot of things, a diversifying education as it were. My background, I am a graduate of mechanical engineering in a major university in Nigeria. But currently, I am a life coach. I'm a digital marketing expert. I'm a business development strategist. I'm a CEO. I'm an entrepreneur, and stuff like that. So today, I believe we're going to be discussing uh, how young people can become they can be employable. They can be useful in the society even when they come out of school. It's very possible for someone to have formal education, go through the four walls of the university, write exams, pass those exams, even come out in flying colors in those exams, and come out into the real world and face real tests and feel real examinations, be examined and tested by life itself. And it's very easy, it's very common for young people to fail the test of life after they have passed the test of school. So part of those things that I learned during my my this very short time in life after school, that those things I learned in school sometimes were not applicable in real life. But at the same time, there were some things that were learned in school but were not learned in the classroom, but were learned in school. But those things are now useful after school.
My first question would be that parents and students and governments, they are actually putting a huge amount of money in higher education, especially when it comes to the university admission. All across the world, students are trying their hard to go through the entry tests. They go for the funds. They go for the fund and their resources. They put a lot of effort to get into the university. But after 3 years or 4 years in few parts of the world, when they pass out, they are not utilizable inside the industry. But at the same time, it is a bitter reality that we can't actually put behind us the university education. We just can't say that the formal education would be obsolete in the coming years. So my question is for the audience that we would like to know that how to make our university journey, like when a student is actually staying inside the university, how we can make that journey from starting a university to the passing out year, how we can make that journey more beneficial for the student. So when he passes out from the university, he graduates, he becomes a utilizable employee in one of the good companies, he can make good livelihood, or he can become somebody who can start his own business, he can become an entrepreneur. So what is your point of view on this thing?
Yes, thank you very much. I think that it's very important that we teach the young people on how to be creative and how to be innovative instead of making us act like robots. I have, university lecturers, university professors who teach how to be successful in business, who teach business administration, but they were never an administrator of any business. They never started any business, but they teach business administration in the university. So how do you think somebody who doesn't have the experience teaching business administration, teaching financial accounting when they never did it in real life or real I think that we need to bring real life. We need to bring real life into schools, innovative, how to be creative, and how to be independent, and how to utilize teamwork. You know, in school, we are taught when you fail, failure is a bad thing in school. But on the entrepreneurship world, failure is a good thing. If you don't fail, you can never succeed. But in schools, failure is bad. So these are the things that we need to understand. So when it comes to innovation, we need to teach more of innovation. Like Jack Ma would say, we need to teach more of innovation, more of creativity, more of teamwork. When you want to write an exam in school, you have to write it alone. you know but when you want to write a test, when you confront a challenge in your place of work, you have a team to work on that challenge. Do you understand? So when you have a team to work with, teamwork makes the job done faster and more effective and more productive. So when somebody is trained to work alone, when it comes to the real world, if he tries to do it all alone, he's going to fail. You understand? So when we are in school, we need to make use of every opportunity to socialize, to get to know people, to learn how to build relationships. It's not just about all the dy dx, all the what is this, definition of that, solving math and writing and doing all those passing tests and all of that. We need to do more of the practicals, more of applicable things that are applicable in the outside world, things that are applicable in the industry. So it's very this I don't think this is difficult. The schools, like it's done in MIT, for example, the schools partner with the industry. The school partner with Coca-Cola, Airbus, um, all the Fortune 500 companies. They bring them into the schools to come teach the ethics in schools. Then the students go there, they go learn all those things that are done in the outside world. So when they go out, even they're going to be utilizable in the industry and in the workspace.
Okay, I think this is from where our first critical point comes in, that at the university education we do have a missing part where we don't teach our students that how to make relationships, how to become independent, how to actually build that
Yeah.
confidence. So here comes another question, that most of the people, they don't have the seed capital, the initial money to start a company, and most of the people, they start the job to actually collect that. But most of the students at the same time, they wait for the graduation to happen to start that company, to start their own company, or to actually collect that seed funding to actually fund their own business idea or their own business, to actually initiate that big dream that they are pursuing of having a lot of money and the financial independence, and to don't to have the, they don't have to actually chase 9 to 5, and to get that independence which they are dreaming of in the recent years. So how wise it is to, in your point of view, to wait until graduation to start making money?
Well, I don't think you have to wait till graduation to start making money. But it's obvious that not everyone can be like Bill Gates, that he has to drop out of school, or Mark Zuckerberg drop out of school. If everyone dropped out of school and we all start our own businesses, who's going to work for us? You understand? But we can not all be business owners, but we can all have the spirit of entrepreneurship, even if you're an employee. But the truth is, when Bill Gates was going to start his business, I watched an interview of Bill Gates, and he said he intentionally dropped out of school because he saw the revolution in the computer, in the technology industry, the computer subsector of the technology industry, that the revolution was so fast that if he should wait till his graduation, that he was going to be left behind. So he decided to start. Now, not everyone would have the opportunity Bill Gates had. But look at a man that started Zoom, for example. He just started not quite long. So if it wouldn't have made any difference if he dropped out of school or if he finished school. He's now one of the richest young people in the world, even though he started not quite long before, not quite long ago. So why the rush? Why don't you just finish school? Because those who dropped out of school are going back to school to get their degree. So why not, if you have the opportunity to go to school, why not wait and finish school and then go do whatever you have to do? But at the same time, I don't think it's about the money. It's about, waiting to get out of school before you get the funding to fund your business. Even while you're in school, you can get the funding to start your business. Most of these businesses is what you can do from the comfort of your home. You can build an application, you can run an application, you can build a team online, you can do all those things. So you can still remain in school, then seek for seed funding from the venture capitalists, from angel investors, from crowdfunding, and all the stuff, and build a team online, get your team working, and start building your business even while you are in school. If you are a good administrator, a good manager, a good CEO, you can always manage your time and your team. With your team's effort, you can achieve great things because you're not going to be doing it all alone. So even while you're in school, you can do a whole lot. You're just going to make sure that this does not affect your academics so much that you don't have to fail or drop out of school. But like Jack Ma will always say, if you want to be an entrepreneur, we cannot all have business. I mean, be business owners. But if you want to be business owners, it's okay for you to be average in class. It's okay for you to be average in class. You don't have to be like you're in the first class. It doesn't have to be like that. But if you are, because we are not the same. Some people are just the first class people. So if you are the first class type of people, people have dream jobs. There are people who have dream jobs. So having dream jobs, not business owners, they're going to be employed. When they have their dream job, they're going to be happy for their life. So there are students who are going to be employees and are going to have their dream jobs as employees, climbing a career ladder. But there are students who are meant to be entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs change the world. It is not the politicians that change the world. It is entrepreneurs that change the world. So my message to the entrepreneurs who are students today is that you don't have to drop out of school. It's fine that you're going to school, but right there at the dormitory, right there in your hostel, you can build a team. Right there online, you can build a team and get things happening. Now you have COVID-19 all around. You can build your team online and make things work. Become an entrepreneur, reach out to venture capitalists, angel investors, crowdfunding, pitch your idea online, everything online, build your business online, and stay in school. Even school, you go to school online. So you can do all those things. Is a massive opportunity for all of us for COVID-19 to be around. So we don't have to drop out of school. You don't have to drop out of school to fulfill your purpose as an entrepreneur.
I think it is wonderful to hear all that from you. That basically a person can start at any spot in his life, wherever he realizes that he is having an opportunity to put in the effort and to make that a business, and even something that lands him to the dream job. Uh, the last question that I would like to ask in this series of talk is there are a few people who actually pursue simple education, like they don't pursue sciences or engineering or even business management. They go towards literature, and then they pursue something like the simple studies, where we call it gender studies or cultural studies. I have met few of the students who are actually pursuing simple English literature or maybe some other languages. They are afraid of even starting any business, or they are afraid of starting something that can actually bring them some money. They are afraid of because they don't have the experience. They are not very tech savvy. They don't know the terminologies that are currently being used in the industry. What do you advise for such students, that from where they can take a good start, and from where they can actually start or actually initiate the process of becoming independent in terms of their business, or in terms of their learning, in terms of their initiation of landing to the dream job?
Yeah. First of all, you can be anything you want to become. A person can be anything he wants to become. So you can be a poet, at the same time be a business owner, at the same time be a university professor, at the same time be a good wife and a good husband and a good parent, and be still become a good politician at the same time. All these are possible. So if a person is in school and maybe as a literature student or studying English, studying languages, it looks like somebody in that line of career is not so much attached to something business like and stuff. There is nothing you do in life. You must have the spirit of entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurs change the world. When I was in school, I studied mechanical engineering, and my lecturer used to tell me something. He said, we're not supposed to be book engineers. Like, we're not supposed to be book engineers. Like, you have all you know how to do is to build cars. No, that is not supposed to be. You must be able to sell. Even if what you do is build cars, if what you do is build passenger plane, what you know how to build is build a passenger train. You want to build a space station or spacecraft. Whatever you know how to build, whatever you're studying in school, you must know how to sell. Even if you are an employee, you must have the spirit of entrepreneurship. You must be able to sell. So one thing is that you need to sharpen your selling skills. Like, you need to just develop your entrepreneurship side. Now, how do you do that? Self development. You need to develop yourself. You know, life is never one sided. Developing yourself, you have all the materials online, because as a literature student, for example, it's never going to be taught in your class in school. You're never going to be taught how to sell. You're never going to be taught how to, as a poet, how to market your poetry. You're not going to be taught that. But you're not going to be taught how to become a millionaire by writing poetry, by writing prose. You're not going to be taught that. But when you are a good poet, you must be able to translate that. You must be able to know how to negotiate. If you're not a good they can give you deals. If they know you're good, they can make a lot of money from your works. They can give you deals like 70, 30, 80, 20 that will not be favorable for you. You may think you're making money, but you're not making any money. So you must be a good negotiator. But how do you do all those things? It's simply, you need to develop yourself in the area of entrepreneurship. And how do you do that? Number one, you need go online and learn entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship stuff is online. Go on YouTube, go on Facebook, go on pdfdrive.net, download free ebooks. Go online and invest in yourself and buy entrepreneurship and sales courses. invest in a mentor. Now, if you look at the amount you invest in university education, for example, if you invest that amount of money in business, you're going to be a millionaire in that number of years that it took you to be in the university. So if I tell you that you should invest, say, $100 in a coach, in a business coach, for example, it shouldn't look ambiguous. It shouldn't look so big. Now I'm investing $100 in a coach to teach me entrepreneurship, but I'm a literature student. Why should you say I should learn entrepreneurship with $100? But how much have you paid for the university that taught you how to write poetry, that taught you the English literature, but didn't teach you how to sell your expertise? There are many people who are poets. There are many people who write just like you, but didn't go to the university like you do. But they are making millions with their talents, with their gifts. So you that went to university, you will be way better off than them. You will make more money. You would have fine-tuned your talent and your gifts in the university. The university would have refined you and made you a university should have helped you to build relationships. The university should have helped you to build so much confidence that when you come out, if you are able to just add a pinch of entrepreneurship to your university knowledge, you're going to be way ahead of the competition when you come out.
So I think people can become poet, but the story would end that when they learn how to sell their poetry to the market and to become an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So it is
Yes.
actually this is where we actually conclude over today's session. We would like to keep it short so students can actually reach at a point. So I would like to conclude our today's conversation that we had. We had Mr. Gabriel with us today. We actually started our talk, and he actually summarizes that with the university education, with the formal education, it is good to have the skills that comes from the entrepreneurship that includes negotiation, how to seek funding, how to actually manage yourself, how to build relationships. And also, one should not actually wait until the graduation to learn all these skills. Anybody can go online, download the courses, invest in your self-development, and start pursuing your dreams straight away. Moreover, people who are actually following simple education, for example, they are learning poetry, or they are studying culture, or they are studying gender studies, they can also become entrepreneur, because all of which is required is basically the entrepreneurship. And when it comes to the entrepreneurship skills, everything is available online, and anybody can go invest in yourself. And also, we need to do a self comparison between the amount of money and time that we are spending on the university, with the amount of time and money that we are spending for the self development and learning entrepreneurship. This is where we conclude today's session. We'll come back with another topic, with another critical point of view from Mr. Gabriel, or we will be having great speakers with us. We'll be talking about it. Thank you, Mr. Gabriel, for being with us today. It was wonderful, and we would like to have more sessions from you. We would like to hear more about you. We would like to learn about the negotiation skills. We would like to learn about the simple aspects that are associated with the entrepreneurship. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so very grateful, and I'm proud to be a part of this course and of this purpose. Thank you, Mr. Tiamo.
Thank you very much.